Has anyone else got recommended a bunch of videos or shorts about cozy desk setups, and you just look at them and you're like, this would probably solve literally all of my problems? So after succumbing to my primal desires, I tried to make this aesthetic of coziness and productivity a reality. So here's me trying to cozyify my desk setup. One of the first things I noticed about these types of desk setups is that there is a lot of wood and a lot of green. So I already had this autonomous AI standing desk as a graduation gift after college, and the wood speakers were also a gift, so I kind of got the wood covered. In terms of greenery and plants, in my apartment, I actually have a decent number of plants, but I don't really want something that can leak right next to my PC, so I had this little fake plant from IKEA that's pretty dangly, which I threw on top of my speakers, which I think looks nice. Now, typically I just use a regular mouse pad, but with these aesthetic kind of setups, I can't just have a normal mouse pad. That would be insane. So I just went on Amazon and I got this felt desk mat cover, which I think helps match the vibe I was going for. The next crucial piece to any cozy desk setup that I noticed is the keyboard and mouse. In a word, the keyboard needs to
suck,
as well as be aesthetic. And as the pro gamer and programmer, am I the first one who said that? That I am. I had a couple of options for keyboards to choose from. Right now, I went with the low-free block keyboard and mouse, which has that nice kind of retro IBM keyboard feel and has a pretty decent sound. My other options were this custom KBD fans keyboard that I honestly think feels slightly better, but aesthetic-wise, I don't think it really matches. As well as I had this iQnix F97 keyboard that honestly could probably match the aesthetic too, but I think the low-free keyboard feels a little bit better. Also, the mouse is just the low-free PBT matching mouse, which also has that kind of retro tech vibe, but I also do love my black Razer Basilisk X Hyperspeed mouse. Wow, that's a mouthful. So I might opt to switch for that too. What I also noticed about these cozy desk setups is the actual location of the desk, or what's around it. Now, I live in a relatively smaller loft apartment, so there's not too many options for where my desk could realistically fit. So I have it right next to this big window and put all these old maps and art that I had kind of overlapping behind it, which I think looks really cool. And I know some people are really into like framed pieces, and they'll frame everything. And for some artwork that I have, I do frame it, but I think there's kind of a beauty in the asymmetry of all these maps and stuff. Now, I don't mean to get like too philosophical, but I feel like you could kind of see the vision in it. For monitors, I just have these two random Asus monitors that look really clean and just put them on a monitor arm to help free up some of the desk space. I also usually have my recording microphone sitting on my desk, but honestly, it just didn't look as nice for these clips, so I took it off. And a lot of these cozy and aesthetic desk setups also have like little gadgets and gizmos on the desk. So I put this tidbit pixel display box in the middle that kind of rotates through a bunch of different apps. And I think it looks really cool there, but honestly, it might just be a little too distracting. So I'm gonna keep it on there for a little bit. And then, if I get too distracted, maybe I'll just put it somewhere else. In kind of the same vein, I got this accessory mount from IKEA to hold random stuff like headphones. And I threw it kind of to the side of my desk, but up a bit higher so that I could use both in the sitting and the standing mode for the desk. And lastly, to accomplish my mildly cozy desk vibe, I really had to try and clean up my cable management. One of the problems with this standing desk is that since it can move up and down, you have to make sure there's enough slack on the wires to still keep everything connected when in the up position, which ultimately leads just to more wires visible in general because I can't just tie everything super tight. I was also thinking about getting a laptop stand because a lot of these types of desk setups seem to have that, but since I have a full desktop PC, I was like, I don't really know if I would use that, and it would kind of just take up space. And every cozy desk setup also needs a random notebook. So ultimately, I think I did a pretty decent job, all things considered. And generally, I think with a better desk setup, it just kind of makes you feel a little bit more productive or have the ability to focus a little bit more because, you actually like sitting there. But let me know what you all think of my attempt at a cozy desk setup. And if you have any suggestions for improvements or little gadgets that would look cool or look nice, anything, please comment them down below. Now that you and I have that great, cozy, and productive desk setup, one way to really utilize it and learn something new is with this video's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is a learning platform designed to be just straight up effective. They take a first principles approach that helps you build understanding from the ground up. Each lesson is filled with actual hands-on problem solving that let you play around with the concepts. And what I like is that Brilliant helps you build your critical thinking skills through problem solving and not memorization. And Brilliant helps you build real knowledge in just minutes a day, with fun lessons you can do whenever you have time, kind of making it like the opposite of mindless scrolling. Brilliant's growing number of programming courses would also look great in that newfound cozy desk setup. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/biteofmichael or click on the link in the description below. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Thank you to Brilliant for supporting the channel. That's all from me. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you have any video suggestions you'd like to see. Also, wishlist my indie game Castlemancer over on Steam. It really helps me out. We do a bad British accent at the end of every video. That's all from me. Hopefully I see you in another one. Bye-bye.